Just on Arsenal, Jace, I had this conversation with Jamo last night about the Lewis-Skelly situation and the way they acted and all the housery that they're doing and how they are. What did you make of all that?
Well, there was a lot going into it because there was needle, and for my money, there's not enough needle in the game, right? And I remember, as you will remember this, because you probably in amongst it at the time, it might have been a bit before your time, but Roy Keane and Vieira.
Yeah, well, of course I was around. I mean,
no, I can't remember when you. I don't know how old you were, mate.
What do you mean? I'm 38, Jace. I'm not 15. Of course, I was around when Roy Keane and Vieira played against each other.
Around. I mean, did you play in that era?
No, we didn't play.
Right, okay, that's what I meant, right?
Right,
so
okay.
a bit before, but yeah, it was right.
Just
so
after.
that needle, that's rocket fuel,
top draw,
right?
Yeah.
That was the battle in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
You wanted
having
to see
it in the tunnel
right?
before the game,
having all of that, right? There's not enough of that in the game. If I had to say to you now, what's the biggest needle in the game right now? You ask me, I'd say it's Gabriel and Haaland. That's only recent. That's only this season. There's no real needle, is there? There's a little bit between two clubs, but that goes historically back, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. A centre-half against a centre-forward, right? That is all for that.
Yeah.
Gabriel shouting in his face. Yeah, I mean, it's not
Haaland's
wise.
just saying you'd like one of these, though, wouldn't you?
No, but it's not wise when there's only 2 minutes on the clock. I mean, you pick and choose your battles. But the Lewis-Skelly stuff, wind your neck in. I mean, I don't know what... Arsenal fans will love it, and I get why they love it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he's one of us, one of our own.
Yeah.
Fine. But he's completed football. Right? And be careful what you do at that age, because I'm not so sure it's wise for him to be doing that. All right? Run off, celebrate your goal, do what you need to do. And, he's a brilliant young player. He's going to have a stellar career by the looks of it. And he looks top drawer, right? Just doing that I don't know, mate.
I don't know how it sits with other pros.
I'm not convinced it's the wisest thing to do, because, so long, there's plenty of years to come.
Yeah.
You wait. We saw what Roy Keane did to Haaland's dad. There's a... Just be careful what battles you... And also, they're Arsenal. And what have they done in the last 20 years? Seriously? How can they be taking that battle there? Quieten yourselves down. You're a good side, really good team, and showed that the weekend. You're probably going to be second again.
Yeah.
When you win something, then you can shout from the houses. Then you can start doing all this housery. Then it's built on nothing other than, it comes from Arteta. He loves to promote, and it's fine. Arsenal fans would love it, and I totally get it. I watched Chelsea under Jose, right? Jose won things. Jose won Premier League. Back-to-back Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
He was there. You earn the right.
Yeah.
You earn the right. And right now, Arsenal haven't earned the right to be doing that sort of housery. Fine, do it. Do it. We'll see where it ends up. Come back at the end of the season. If they win the Premier League or Champions League, then we'll have this conversation. But right now, you're just pups. You're pups. And you're messing around with the big boys who've been there. Haaland's got all the medals. He's got the badge on the side. Yeah, bad day in the office. This is the trouble with Arsenal fans, right? It's all about the now. It's all about... The trouble is, when was the last time they had the now? Seriously, when was the last time it was the now? When was the last time they went, we're the big dogs? They mess with the big dogs. They ain't the big dogs.
They win.
Well, I tell you what they do.
And you certainly give it to me.
I tell you what they do. I'll tell you what they do, Arsenal. They're very good at winning little battles. Don't win the war.
Jeez.
It's true. It's exactly what Arsenal are. Man City. You're talking about one of the guys. He's got 250 career league goals. Skelly's sitting there doing that. Wind your neck in. Come on. Let's have it right.
All right, Arsenal fans, you can have your say on that. 03 717 22
It's true, though.
Double four. No. I mean, I tend to agree with what you just said. I think you've made a good point.
If you look back at the last game when we played them,
Yeah.
Do you remember the situation where there was two situations? One where Haaland threw the ball at Gabriel's head when he wasn't looking, which I thought that was a coward move. In return, he got humbled in that aspect. Nothing to do with success, winning trophies in the last 20 years. It was that situation. It wasn't to do.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know?
Well, why else would it be?
No. You're speaking as if this is fact. No, I'm asking you. How do you know?
How do I know what?
You've just phoned up and you've told us what's happened and why it's happened.
Yeah, but you're saying that because we've won one game against.
I've asked you how do you know that's why Skelly's done it?
Well, why else would he have done
it? So you're now guessing, or do you know? I'm only asking.
It was a good guess, because if you see the interview afterwards, it will kind of tell you that why he did it. So
it's a good guess, or do you know?
Well, I don't know personally, but you don't know either when you start saying certain things.
What? Ask me a question. All I'm giving an opinion on what I've seen. You're now trying.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you this one. You said, this could be a situation where, like Haaland's dad got taken out by Roy Keane. Mm-hmm. It might happen to Skelly. That is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard.
No, what I'm saying is,
in this day and age, where
what I'm saying is, he's when you want to start making things personal, right? And that's it feels a little bit like that when he come up, right? When Skelly went up to her, and I remember the situation, right? He said, "Who are you?" It was first or second game. I mean,
but that was. I know, but he's a young boy.
I know.
What I would say on that, Mem, is I think a lot of people would say that. Maybe not even in a disrespectful way, but in a way as if to say, "Well, who are you?" Because no one knew Lewis-Skelly, especially at Man City at that moment. They do now. But
what he created, which was either right or wrong in other people's opinions, he showed him who he was.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think that's class for an 18-year-old kid to have that kind of swagger. And
fine. Do you know what, right? I know Arsenal fans will love it, right? And I get why you're phoning up to defend him and but, I mean, ultimately...
Do you think there's a bit of arrogance behind it?
I do feel this comes from Arteta. And this is... Arteta, he has created a whinge and cringe mentality at Arsenal, right? They are whinge and cringe FC. And the thing when they play this, is it Kendrick Lamar, right? Humble,
Kendrick Lamar, yeah.
Right, the full-time whistle, right? What are you as a footballer? What's that all about? Seriously. You've won nothing, Mem. You've won nothing, and you're playing that. Do you not? Were you not a bit embarrassed by that?
No, I think they deserve that.
No, but you're not embarrassed that Arsenal have gone there.
I thought it was a bit of I find it a bit entertaining. I thought it was quite funny.
Yeah, but when you've won nothing...
Don't have these things in football be boring.
No, fine.
Bad enough with VAR killing the game. Yeah. So you're going to have a little bit of a... we're not going to do that every game. We're not going to beat...
I don't know. You are cringe. You come out with the T-shirts. Jesus, you love it.
He's out for a year with an ACL.
What happens? Honestly, how many times do footballers get injuries? And
but he's just come back from one. You've done the same with Reece James when he come back for 10 minutes and then he was out for another year. So don't start giving me all that.
About what?
About certain cringe, where Chelsea done the same cringe, all crying for Reece James when he was.
What do you mean crying for Reece James?
You are. Come on, look back into it and see. If only I was online, I can pull it all up for you.
Well, pull it up then now.
I can't. I'm driving.
Honestly, you lot, you just... Do you know what, right? Arsenal, they are... I've never known a football club to beat their chest and shout as loud and be as cringe and as whinge, but win nothing in the last 20 years. Honestly.
Do you think that's... And you think that's down to Arteta?
Come right from Arteta. I mean, to play that at the end of it, right? I mean, there is something quite funny about it, but it's like... Well, I mean, what? Yeah. They are so entitled, Arsenal. They are the most entitled fans, and they'll whinge about a referee decision. There's even on social media when Liverpool got the penalty the other day when Cook
Gakpo pulled down.
Arsenal fans on social media complain about decisions got nothing to do with them. Don't know. I just find them hilarious.
Mem, I got to ask you as well a little bit. Arteta's he's a bit disappointed. It's all over the back pages. We're going to do them later. That we didn't bring anyone in. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm not going to lose sleep over it because January transfer window is not the best window anyway. All our major work's going to be in the summer. It's just been a bit unfortunate with injuries. We tried to get a couple of players through. It didn't happen. And we go on. Look at the two kids that have just come through this season. We'd never have thought they were going to come and show what they've shown. That's 2 extra players in our squad. That's how I look at it. So we hold up to the summer, and I think we'll be ambitious. We'll get who we need to get. And, you know, up the Arsenal. What can we say?
All right, man. Top man,
Cheers,
mate.
man.
Appreciate your call.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.